Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. In this video, I am taking you on a delicious journey through some of South Korea's best food markets. From the narrow alleys of Seoul to the coastal markets filled with fresh seafood, we're diving into bold flavors, strange textures, and local favorites that tell a story far beyond the plate. So here are, in my opinion, the 10 best food markets in South Korea. And we're kicking things off in Busan, South Korea's coastal gem. Here, the markets are a reflection of the city itself. Vibrant, a little gritty, and at the heart of it all is Jagalchi Market. This is where you'll find vendors hawking everything from live octopus to giant crabs, with the sea practically spilling into the streets itself.
Basically, what you do here is that you order the fish or the seafood from the individual vendors that's surrounding me right here downstairs. And then you go upstairs and you book a table, and then your food is basically brought up to you. Also, as soon as I walked in, people all around me start talking to me in different languages, asking if I was Chinese or American. Oh, wow. But I'm actually looking for a specific stall because supposedly they cook a really awesome feast.
This is the stall my local friends told me to come to, 183. Yeah, here's the chef. That's you right there. That's him. Yeah, it kind of looks similar.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Mr. Zhang here. Hello. He's gonna steam some shrimp. He said it's really well seasonal here that I've never seen before. He's also gonna grill a fish, a stonefish, and cook a lobster for me.
After you order whatever you want to order from whatever stall you choose, you go upstairs, and it's just this massive dining area. Like seriously. This whole floor is just a big dining area.
And apparently, every single stall down there, they have their own space that they reserved up here. So you go to a specific space that only like corresponds to the stall downstairs.
So this is the space, and I'm just gonna sit at that table right there. Take off your shoes. Shit, it's really nice, soft floors.
And the table up here is really inexpensive. It's 4,000 won a person. And you get a bunch of banchan and, well, you basically get a place to eat your food. The building we went into today, it's only one of 2 buildings where you could choose from hundreds of vendors. All right, here we go. First course is up. Oh, here it is. That's it. That is my giant, I guess, box of seafood. This is just glorious. Lobster, never had this before, but this is called fan shrimp. With good reason, I guess. Clams, prawns, oysters. Oh, it's just beautiful. So this is my seafood feast and includes a grilled rockfish. Oh man, this thing went through some trauma during this grilling process. I've never seen a grilled fish get torn up like this before. I mean, it's kind of like, I feel like this grilled fish during the grilling process, a grilled shark or something took a bite out of it. I don't even know where to get started first. I want to kind of start with my grilled fish because I feel like if I don't take a bite now, some other invisible force might and it'd just be gone. By the way, this smells absolutely incredible. Like if you just ate a buffet meal or a whole large pizza and you feel like you couldn't take another bite of food and then you smell this fish, you're gonna be hungry all over again, I promise you. So here it is. I'm just gonna try this on its own. Oh, that's good. Bravo. A kneeling ovation for the fish. It's just really a bit of salt, but man, this thing is grilled well. Skin is light and crunchy. That fish is awesome. I don't know if you guys can hear. I had to crunch at the skin. Look at the fish meat itself. Flaky, white, juicy, beautiful pieces of meat. Meat itself, so succulent and tender, just slightly seasoned. I was told to mix the soy sauce with a bit of wasabi. Just touch the fish in here. Oh, you could dip that fish in dirt, it still tastes good. What I love is that this fish also doesn't have a lot of bones. Oh man. Oh, that flesh is so flaky. All right, I gotta get to some of the seafood before it dries out. I'm gonna try one of these fan shrimps. This thing looks like an ocean peacock or something. We're like, is this like the ocean Starbucks or something? Look at it, you open it up. It's just got this big chunk of meat inside. See this? From head to tail, all meat. And you just, oh, that just came out beautifully right there. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Dip it in just a tiny bit of soy sauce and wasabi. Oh my gosh, that thing, I'm telling you guys, tastes like a more tender, more sweet piece of lobster. It literally tastes like a mini lobster, but better. That Wow, that doesn't even taste like a shrimp. It doesn't. This time I'm gonna get that little organ out there as well, or whatever that is. There we go. I love how it just comes out in one clean swoop. Oh man. That's delicious. I really love that. Problem with seafood is you can't let it sit. And the rest of my seafood I was eating, those two are kind of dying on me, so I gotta get to them. Oh, come here, a little clammy. Oh man. A slightly briny, slightly sweet, extremely amazing way. The key with everything here is the fact that it is so insanely fresh. And I don't need to dip any of the seafood in anything. It's just amazing taste of fresh seafood, like as fresh as it can be. It's literally from right beside this building in the ocean. All right, just getting to my lobsters. Grab the lobster tail. Again, I'm sorry, it's been sitting out a little bit. It's looking a little not as good as it should. Comes out right away. Look at that. Oh. There's a slight bit of roll on this. And if you guys wonder what lobster candy tastes like, this is lobster candy. Just the most ridiculously sweet, juicy lobster you can find. I think beyond all the ingredients, beyond all the seasoning, beyond all the cooking methods, if you just have the freshest seafood you can and then just steam it and serve it really quickly, you can't beat that. Like, everything else is just a cherry on top. Prawn is one of my, oh yeah. There's a lot of juice in this prawn. One of my favorite things ever. Look at that. All that good stuff inside the prawn. Look at this thing. You can tell how fresh it is. The shell literally pops off. Barely had to chew that. What's great about having all this banchan here is that I'm gonna just take my clam, put it inside a water seaweed. Oh yeah, just take out a nice piece. This is my favorite thing so far. This is the greatest. Put it on there as well. Little chili, my fermented bean sauce. Put it right there. There you go. That was a major league buy right there. This is something I love doing. Wherever I go to an island like the Philippines, so ridiculously sweet. Or a coastal town like Busan, I just have to go for some seafood. Also, fresh seafood really does taste different from different parts of the world. So if you come to a place like Busan and you don't go for seafood for at least one of your meals, you're really missing out. This place is great. What they're gonna do is they're gonna take them out. Oh, a fan shrimp just stabbed me. Watch out for that, by the way. That is really sharp.
Well, that just motivated me to eat more of you guys.
You guys ever do that? Seafood revenge eating? You know, it's a deliciously satisfying game. And afterwards, you're gonna feel full and vindicated. What I also love about Korean seafood places, well, at least the last couple places I went to, because just like a good fireworks display, there's always a magnificent finale. And this seafood finale is gonna consist of the heads of the fan shrimps that I ate and some ramen. All right, so here's what happened. They were supposed to take the heads of a couple of my fan shrimp and use it to boil a ramen at the end. But there was miscommunication in the kitchen and those heads got thrown away. Tragic loss. So now they gave me a couple prawns and a couple abalone to cook the ramen with, which I'm still excited, but not as excited because I love those fan shrimp. This ramen has like little pieces of dehydrated hot dogs. Add the seasoning.
I see some carrots. Hey, why not? Carrots are nice and nutritious. Some garlic. All right, the broth is boiling. In goes the ramen. Some chili goes in. I think it's pretty much ready to go.
All right, ramen's good to go. Don't have a ladle. Let's see how it is. Oh, that's nice and seafoody. Oh yeah. Little kimchi in my broth. These are the abalone. All right. What a great way to wrap up the seafood feast. Now I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like all warm inside, ready to go outside in the cold. Ramen is really just a perfect way to cap everything off. If you are ever in Busan, I definitely recommend coming to this fish market. It's so interesting walking around the fish vendors, deciding what you want to eat, and then finally settling down to just a fantastic fresh seafood meal. This has definitely been one of my food highlights here in Busan. And guys, just a note, I randomly picked a vendor, so you don't have to pick the one I picked. I think this one is pretty good, but they did lose my shrimp head, so I don't know. I do encourage you, go look around for yourself, talk to the vendors, figure out what you want to eat, because I think for the most part, you're not going to go wrong with anybody you choose, because the seafood, the fresh seafood, is going to speak for itself.
Next up, we're heading to Bupyeong Kkangtong Market, one of Busan's hidden gems. Locally known as the canned market, this place has history dating back to the Korean War when canned goods were a prized commodity. If you're looking for a true taste of Busan's street food scene, this is where you want to be.
My first stop is this famous tteokbokki place. Like, I actually tried to come here last night. 6 o'clock, completely sold out. It's really interesting. I've had tteokbokki before, but I never had it where like fried items are also mixed in it. First bite of food of the day. Supposed to be the best tteokbokki in Busan. That was a mouthful. I feel like it's much mochier or chewier than any other I've had so far. That texture, it's so ridiculously springy and nice. Sauce, I feel like it's not an extreme of anything. It's not overly spicy, it's not overly sweet. It's kind of perfect right in the middle. I've never had a chili in my tteokbokki before. Oh, I like that. That I love because the batter soaked up all that delicious sauce. Actually, I want to try this. This is still a little bit of crunchy, and I'm gonna just dip that in the sauce a little bit. A little bit more. I love that. I love the crunchy of the outside batter. I love how ridiculously smoky and fresh the pepper is. Even though it's deep fried, the sauce really balances off the oil. I didn't know you guys should do this. And the dumpling, look at this. A little bit crispy on the outside. I think it was just filled with this amazing sauce. And what's really interesting about this sauce is that you can see how thick it is. That's because this place doesn't really add any water in their sauce. It's just radish juice. So you get a nice little hint of radish flavor. And really, it's not watery at all. It's just so gooey and nice. Oh, this is pretty darn amazing. I just had a piece that was fried seaweed. That's awesome. I love that fried seaweed flavor in the sauce. You know, digging through this is kind of like digging for treasure on the beach. This has been a great start to my day so far. There's a lady selling what literally can be translated as beef fire sushi. It's just blowtorching where literally it's just a thin slice cut of beef on top of rice, and then the rice itself is a bit charred as well. It looks really interesting. Honestly, this is not half bad. The meat is lightly charred, so it does have a little bit of a bitter flavor, and that's why there's a little sauce that's a little sweet on here, so it kind of balances out the bitterness. And I like that nice little char. I like the rice, and I like the onion she put on top. Let me just taste this meat on its own here. It's tender, a little juicy. I like it. The place I walked by last night was a huge line. They're making pork belly, or basically bacon kimbaps. So the uncle here is he's literally cooking up bacon. I've never seen I love Auntie over there. You gotta be nice to her. She's the one that puts the bacons to bed. I really like this. I like the sauce they put into this. I think it's some kind of fermented bean sauce. I like the crunch of the veggies. That bacon is nice and smoky. Also, I love the sesame on top. And you get that beautiful fragrant sesame flavor. It's kind of like I'm eating a bacony, crunchy, fragrant seaweed sleeping bag. I like everything I'm tasting here. This is pretty good to me. All with just like this two massive woks in the front. Right there I knew whatever was in those woks, I'm gonna have to eat it. And it was steamed dumplings. One thing I love about Korea is their dumplings. I feel like the biggest difference is they're just so massive and they're stuffed. The fillings are just topped out. I'm gonna add some chili. Let's give it a little dunkaroo. It is incredibly minced. You almost don't have to chew the filling. Look how delicate it is. The meat is ground so finely. It's almost like I'm eating some sort of porky paste. I mean, I think it's just like breaking up in my mouth without really me having to chew at all. I can't really tell you guys if I like this or not. I mean, it's so weird. It's one of those foods where I think I like it. I'm just not quite sure. I mean, it's so incredibly soft texture. The skin I love, very bouncy, very soft. This one, if you guys come to this market, try this out. Let me know if you like it or not. I was walking past by this food stall, and I definitely smelled it before I saw it because they're selling pig skin and pig innards, and man, this is pungent stuff. I mean, I love pig innards. I love every part of a pig. This is the pork skin. Delicious. That is really, really good. If you guys never had pork skin, it is so gelatinously yummy. It's like every bite you get that nice fatty pork flavor. I don't know if I'm able to sell you guys a pork skin, but hey, if you're willing to give it a try, you might actually like it. And of course, this is probably the source of the smell, the pork, the pig innards. That's actually pretty good as well. I think it's chewy. I think it was fried before it was cooked here. Man, that thing is pungent. Really, really delicious. Man. Oh, that tastes so good, but it smells so bad. And of course, rice cake is like everywhere here. Wow, you can really taste the difference in quality of rice cake from this place compared to the tteokbokki I had when I first came to this market. I mean, this is good, but that one was just glorious. I actually really love everything they gave me here. I had to come back and get another order of the tteokbokki. This is like, I've been thinking about this thing. I see a lot of people getting a corn dog here, and it just seems like a regular corn dog, but I think it's covered in sugar. That's exactly what this is. It's a corn dog covered in sugar and ketchup. But it kind of works because the batter on the outside is actually really, really sweet. So the sugar just kind of enhances that. It's actually really good. I mean, the outside, nice and crunchy. Like I said, a little sweet. If you like corn dogs, and I do, I think you're gonna love this. I'm just loving the heck out of this sauce. And this thing, the rice cake itself, is so unbelievably chewy. You can get addicted to this sauce. Love the chili. Basically, everything the sauce touches turns delicious. Shall we? I think we shall. Dip this corn dog into the sauce here. You know, this is either gonna taste really gross or this is gonna turn out to be super epic. I think that's pretty epic. Like I said, I think anything that touches the sauce, the deliciousness factor just go up by like 10 folds. Anyway, this corn dog already pretty delicious with the sauce. It's still sweet, still a bit crunchy, but now a little bit spicy. Oh man, the dough, the batter on the outside actually absorbs this delicious thick sauce. Man. I did not know you could eat corn dogs like this. Last bite, soaked in sauce. So glad I came here. This stall, definitely a must try when you come to this market. Just steps away from the Myeongdong Market is a Majang Meat, which literally means let's eat alley. And as you can see, it's an alley just full of food vendors, and this is the beginning right here. What I see right now is a bunch of aunties, and they're selling essentially the same thing: mixed grass noodle, which is something you can really only find in Busan. It's one of the indigenous, most popular food items here. So I don't know which auntie sells it the best. I'm just gonna randomly sit down somewhere and I'm gonna taste this thing. So these are the noodles right here. I can see some carrots, some radish, pickled radish, spinach, and different types of noodles. She's putting my bowl in a plastic bag. My noodles just went into the water. You see some chilies, some sauce, and that's it. This is ready to go. This bag thing is something I haven't seen since I lived in China. And the auntie is upset with me because I was taking some videos of the noodles before I eat, and she said I had to eat right away. It smells really good. It smells really sesame. These are mung bean noodles. She says she boiled it in fish broth. Wow. Good. There's a lot of sesame flavor in here. I actually really like this. I mean, it's a super simple dish. Mung bean noodles have a nice flavor of the seafood broth. The noodles taste like the broth, a little bit of fish flavor. What I really like about this, I love the smooth texture of these noodles, and also the carrots and radish provides a nice crunch. But the number one thing that's really getting me here is the awesome, fragrant sesame flavor of these noodles. I'm trying to talk really quickly because Auntie here is looking at me just like I can feel her willing me to finish this right now because she's already upset that I let this sit around more than she likes. I mean, it's not one of the best noodles I've ever had, but it is really unique in its own right. But it does taste good, and it's really unique. I like the spicy chilies, the garlic. I think the bottom of the bowl, that's where most of the flavor is. It's definitely something worth trying if you're in Busan. Not bad. I like this. This hot dog place, they say they use 7 different types of seeds that they put on the outside of it. So they basically cut the hot dog open and just dump it. Look how much seeds they're dumping inside. That's a lot of seeds. And most of these stands behind me, they're all selling hot dog and they all got something special about them. This one I got, I mean, they just stuffed this full of seeds. Like, you could grow a forest with all the seeds they stuffed in here. No wonder all the pigeons are just roaming around because I just dropped like a handful of seeds just taking it out of the cup. The outside of this is completely crispy. It's hot. Look at all the seeds that's in here. I mean, I kind of wish I had more hot dog for my seeds. This is completely different than the one I had in Seoul. That one was much bigger. It was more of a chewy texture. This is almost completely crunchy. This is really not chewy whatsoever. It's got a nice crunchy shell, and then you just have the sugar and the seeds. I gotta be honest, I feel like the one I had in Seoul is actually better than this because I'm really not tasting much of the pancake. I'm just kind of tasting all seeds here. Doesn't mean it's bad. You should definitely try this when you're in Busan. But 100% get the ones over in Seoul as well, and let me know what you guys like better. You know what? I know a way to make this better. Give me a second. Hot dog. You mean McDonald's ice cream. And it's not like I have a preference to McDonald's ice cream. It's just the closest thing near me. Some of this pancake, some of this soft serve. That's awesome. That's actually beyond awesome. I mean, this thing is deep fried, it's a bit oily, a lot of seeds. That means it has a lot of fattiness to it. Little ice cream is the perfect icy balance that this pancake needs. I really think, you know, when they're cutting this thing open and stuffing it with seeds, there should be a stall that stuff it with seeds and ice cream. I mean, it would melt really quickly, but that'd be awesome because this is a great combo. Dumpling, like I said, really not much filling in here. I feel like maybe just a little bit of scallion or a little bit of chives. But the edge of the dumplings are so nice and crispy. This whole thing is doughy, it's chewy. It's almost like a little pancake here. And then you add the cabbage and chili sauce, which is spicy, a little sweet. This little dumpling is really the perfect vehicle for this cabbage. The texture and the spiciness of the sauce is definitely a couple of things I love most about this dish. And honestly, this is something that really surprised me. I don't like cabbage all that much. And again, the dumpling itself really doesn't have much filling to it. But this whole combo, just putting the cabbage on the dumpling, folding it up, eating it, this whole thing just works for me. Love, love, love the crunch of the outer edge of these dumplings. The squid's pretty nice too. I wonder if they can tell me what I'm gonna eat next because I really don't have any idea right now. There's so much stuff. Oh my god. Sorry, little buddy. I know this might not be the best way. I don't think this guy's feeling well. Let's see what's wrong. You weren't feeling well at all, were you? Oh, it's all green. Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. He pooped. Now I'm gonna eat. This is just so. Like a little mochi, like sweet matcha inside. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Next up is the Nanbu Night Market in Jeonju. This market is a food lover's dream, blending old school charm with a modern street food vibe. Jeonju, of course, is the birthplace of bibimbap, and here at Nanbu, you can taste authentic flavors that have been perfected over generations.
What's crazy about this place is that there's over 30 stalls. Each of them
are selling something different. So nothing is repeating, all unique vendors with different food items. This is gonna be a feast. There's just so many different varieties. You got everything from pad thai to pho to steak to burgers to a bunch of different Korean dishes and cool little snacks. You got rainbow cakes and people cooking everything with blow torches. There's so much already. Like I'm walking around, I'm still in scouting mode right now. There's already so much I want to eat. Waited in line for so long for this pork belly kimbap. If you guys never had this before, it's rice, seaweed wrapped outside, and it's veggies and meat inside. Freshly cooked pork belly makes a huge difference. Nice crunch from the veggies and nice snap from the seaweed. Good texture from the rice. I like how the fat from the pork belly is also soaked into the rice. So you got that nice fatty flavor as well. Scallions and fatty pork belly really balances everything out. Nummy and spicy tteokbokki with tofu skin. This is so good. It tastes like a mala tang, like a Chinese spicy and nummy hot pot with tteokbokki. I love the garlic flavor of the chives and that mala, the nummy and spicy sauce. It's insane. And the soup here is so hot, it's gonna keep the cheese melty the entire time you're eating this. The thing with this place is it's so crowded. Any place you can find to kind of chow down a little bit, you just do it. This is one of the best things I've had. I didn't know it could be like this. Putting it in a mala sauce, it's like matching Brady with Belichick. The potential is limitless. This is pretty cool. On the roof of this place, I didn't know. There's a little secret dining area, sort of. This is mianbuxia. In Chinese, it's called xia mianbao, or shrimp bread. It's basically a deep fried shrimp sandwich. Perfectly crispy on the outside, buttery, toasty, crushed. And they give you a little dipping sauce with it. Yeah, buddy. Oh my gosh, that toast is so buttery and airy. And that shrimp tastes like it got into like a 18-round boxing match. It tastes like it was just knocked around how it was so incredibly tender. I mean, besides it being a tad greasy, that is absolutely delightful. This thing, I mean, it's pretty burnt. I never had clams roasted like this before. Just a tiny bit of juice left on the bottom of the shell. Otherwise, this thing is toasted. The outside is kind of snappy when you crunch through. And the inside, it's just pure juice. And that's because the outside is toasted really well, so it kind of seals all that juice in there. It's a very chewy clam. It's exactly what you think a barbecue clam should be. Oh, here are the oysters. Oyster is great. It's got a bit of sweetness to it, and it's a little briny, not too much. I mean, this stall, what it is you're just tasting the fresh clam and the oysters. That's it. I mean, there's a little dipping sauce if you want. It's a little sweet. Otherwise, you're just purely eating the clams and oysters because they're delicious in their own way. I think I got what I wanted. One more thing. Can't end the night without a freshly fried hot dog. And this, my favorite sweet dish in South Korea. There's no letting you down. Oh, this one's especially airy. Oh my God. It's basically a fried donut. Nuts on the outside, pumpkin seed, sunflower seed, honey inside. And no wonder this one is called a moon hot dog. Let's look at all that space. This thing is so airy and light. I would get 3 of them. Because trust me, just eating one, I can already tell I want more. All right, you know what? One more thing after this. Whenever you see a grilled banana anywhere in the world, you buy it, you gotta get one of these. Oh. A little dry. Grilled banana and coconut sauce. I think the sauce is good. A little coconut sauce, a little pandan shaving, that's all good. But the banana is way too dry for me. I mean, it's got a nice smoky flavor and it's sweet, but man, kind of disappointing last item I had here because most of the stuff I got was so good. Next is the 5-day market in Jeju, one of the island's largest and most traditional markets. True to its name, this market only opens every 5 days, and when it does, it's a whirlwind of local farmers, fishermen, and artisans selling their freshest goods. And this market is kind of sectioned off. So there's a section for flowers, section for vegetables. First up, since it's the morning, I got myself some donuts. This stall right here, you see how hopping it is? Supposedly they make some awesome donuts. I want to start with this. This thing's got a nice crispy outer shell. Looks like the inside is very soft. Oh, this is amazing. Nice and aromatic, super airy, crunchy on the outside, so soft and pillowy on the inside. The more traditional looking donut. This is way denser than the last donut. I'm even trouble tearing this apart. Wow, this is really, really dense. I mean, it's still delicious, but this is gonna give your jaw a nice workout. Much heavier than any donut I've ever had, texture-wise, from this baby here. I mean, in my opinion, this is much better, but this is really good to eat if you don't want to feel hungry for the rest of the day. This one, this bad boy, looks pretty insane. Looks like there's something inside. Ooh, red bean on the inside. By the way, this thing is piping hot. Oh my God, my favorite so far. Incredibly crunchy on the outside, so pillowy on the inside, and that smooth red bean paste, it's like I'm biting into the soul of this donut. In that order, when you bite down, you get a crunch, you get that nice chew, then you get that sweet, creamy filling. This thing, honestly, feels like a rock. I think it's like some kind of yam or maybe some kind of water chestnut thing on the inside. Oh, this is crumbly and heavy. This is not my favorite. This last one is like a donut hole. Mochi donut with red bean filling. I can tell I'm gonna love the heck out of this one. Sweet, chewy, crunchy. Ain't nothing not to love about that bite. This and the super airy one I had in the beginning, my favorites. Just wish I had some hot tea to go with this. Let's keep eating. Jeju is actually really famous for their mandarin oranges. So there are different types of mandarin oranges. This one is more of a mutt and is mixed with different breeds of oranges and mandarin. Ridiculously juicy and sweet. I'm gonna try this mixed breed here. Oh, that's amazing. It's got much more of an orangey flavor. You can taste the sunshine in that bite. One bite, you can tell, that's not your typical orange. Oh, I've been looking for her. This is a really traditional Jeju snack item. She's making crepes and putting aside some mixed veggies. This is supposed to be amazing. This is the bun. It's a lot lighter than I thought. It's actually really light. And this is made with barley. She told me the green veggie is mugwort, which is a really fragrant vegetable. Something I've never had before. It's melted sugar inside. This is a sweet bun. The sugar is kind of overwhelming the hogwort for me. So I can't really tell what that veggie really tastes like, but it is very aromatic. It's like eating the Pillsbury Doughboy. It's strangely addictive. The crepe, very, very soft. On the first bite, I didn't love the radish, slightly crunchy, very refreshing. But I think what kind of makes this really good is the sesame seeds that she adds in here, which mixed in with the radish just creates this very, very aromatic, extremely sesame flavor. And that combo is what I find really addictive about this. Jeju Market number 2. This market is not a 5-day market. And by the way, 5-day market is called that because it only happens every 5 days. This market is always here. This is more like, almost like a night market. And this is the Dongin Market, which means the East Gate Market. Not starting for another hour though, I'm a little early. Rice cake is a Jeju specialty. And they got all sorts of flavors like peanuts and black sesame. They're recommending the black sesame. I don't know about you guys, but I love rice cakes. And they made these rice cakes fresh here. And you can tell because, first of all, rice cakes don't last that long, maybe like a day or two. And this is so soft. Oh my God, it's awesome. Oh, check out the inside. Red bean paste on the inside. And again, probably the most pillowy mochi I've had in a long, long, long time. You can tell this is super fresh. Oh, and this one is real special. Jeju Mandarin. This is so good. I wish someone would pinch me to make sure I'm not food dreaming again. I've had the typical flavors of rice cakes in Korea, black sesame, peanut. It never had my rice cake with mandarin oranges. And of course, mandarin is one of the specialties of Jeju. This is so, biting into this, feels like I'm taking a walk in an orchard. And on the inside, it's red bean paste again, but they de-skin the red beans so you don't have that red color. It's a much smoother texture than, the beans with the clothes on. One of the things you gotta try in Jeju. And this is the Jeju shrimp. It's a very, very unique shrimp that's only here in Jeju. And they call it Dutch shrimp because in the ocean, the shrimp just goes dap, 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 dap. There you go. What's kind of amazing about this market is that I'm walking through the seafood section and I don't see a single fly. And right now, it's not cold here. It's pretty warm in Jeju. I mean, this is all meat and fish just laying out, not a single fly. It's amazing. There's a line already forming right over there. And they're selling spicy pork and abalone rice. This is black pork. It's covered in chili flakes and they torched the rice and the pork. Oh, that's juicy. Oh, look at that. That is a glorious piece of fat right there. The rice, you can see like little bits of carbon in there. And you can tell that it was cooked in extremely high heat. Oh my God. Oh, this is good. I know that using blow torches to cook the food might seem a little gimmicky, but you can't argue the results. This is mind-blowingly good. Every single bite, you're gonna feel it here and here. The pork, perfect level of spice, ridiculously juicy. Of course, it's got the signature clean flavor and the chewiness, and it's all sitting on top of a bed of morning glory, and the pork juice is just steeping into the veggies as well. Everything's great. Only thing I don't really taste is the abalone flavor in the fried rice. It's supposed to be abalone innards cooked into the fried rice, which is something I've had in Jeju before. It's still good, just lacking that particular flavor. I need this. There's no rule against having ice cream between savory dishes, right? This guy is serving Jeju mandarin ice cream on grilled mini eggs. What's interesting about the ice cream here is that there's 3 different types of mandarin. See this dried mandarin they put on top? This is one type. The syrup is another type, and the ice cream is a third type. Oh, mandarin trifecta. Actually opted not to get the mini egg wrap because I think I want more space in my stomach for meat. Very citrusy. Pretty good palate cleanser before my next dish. This place serves fresh abalone on a tepan. And the use of blowtorches seems to be a common motif in this night market. At this point, when I'm walking around Jeju, if I see someone cooking abalone, I want to eat it. So far, I've had abalone grilled, I've had abalone in hot pot. Now, abalone on a skewer, check that off my list. It's much smaller than the abalone I've had before. And they have a bunch of different sauces to dip this in. There's chili, spicy, and mustard. There's some pumpkin. I'm just gonna dip the pumpkin in the chili. And then, My favorite way to eat abalone is still grilled, but pretty darn good. It's a thin layer of bacon wrapped around pork, wrapped around cabbage. It's grilled, blowtorched, crispy garlic on top, covered in spicy sauce, chives on the side. And this is just like the craziest pork roll I've ever seen. The only thing that might not be so good about this is just stuffed with cabbage. Pour a little garlic on top. I'm gonna add a little chive. One bite. Let's start with the positives. There's so many different elements of crunch. You got the crispy garlic, you got the charred pork belly, nice and garlicky chive, so it provides different types of crunch, which is spectacular. The sauce is good. It's spicy, a little barbecuey. The pork is Jeju black pork belly, so it's not gamey, it doesn't have a huge porky flavor. So the fat doesn't really spill out that well, so it doesn't really engulf the veggies. And because of that, you do taste a lot of the cabbage. And that's what I kind of feared would be all I really taste, and that turned out to be true. Overall, it's not bad, but unlike a Tootsie Pop, not really excited to get to the middle. So in general, most of the stalls here, they sell black pork, where they sell abalone. So I'm thinking for my next savory item, this looks really interesting. It's a corn dog stand, but they're serving Jeju carrots corn dog. And of course, Jeju is known to produce some of the best carrots in the world, and they're implementing it in a corn dog. So this is my carrot dog, and the carrot is mixed in with the batter. And I'm thinking there's a sausage inside, and the condiments, this is really interesting. Sugar, you can put sugar all over this. I guess while in Jeju, let's try it with the sugar. A little bit of ketchup, then some mustard. Why not? Let's add some hot sauce to it. I'm afraid to take a bite of this Franken dog, but it smells good. My tongue was already really raw from the last spicy sauce I had. Oh man, this thing is hot. Whew. But I'll tell you what, this combo of ketchup, mustard, and hot sauce, you may not believe me, and sugar, you may not believe me, tastes pretty darn good. Well, actually, I shouldn't call this a corn dog because it's made from, the batter is made from rice. So this is more of a rice dog. A rice carrot dog. And the sausage inside is not very snappy like a typical corn dog sausage in the US. It's a very chewy sausage. The sweet element actually goes really well with the batter. The batter is crunchy. The sugar actually provides not only sweetness, but also a different textural crunch as well. The spice, sweet and hot. Who doesn't like that? I think the only X factor was the mustard, but honestly, it works. All right, one more thing I want to have here. I need some mini watermelon juice. And this juice is made with apple watermelon. What's really cool about this is they ask you to pick your own watermelon. Oh, not only do you get a watermelon, you get a toy. Oh, that's a perfect way to wrap up tonight. Also in Jeju, the Seogwipo Maeil Olle Market is a bustling hub that operates daily, offering a more modern take on the island's food culture. This market is a perfect mix of local charm and convenience, where you can find everything from fresh seafood straight off the boats to iconic Jeju snacks. So, sashimi breakfast, and this is a local specialty. There's flounder, octopus, sea pineapple, abalone, and conch, and daksheo, which is a type of local Korean shrimp. Everything is as fresh as can be. Some homemade dipping sauce. First, try the seafood individually. Conch, crunchy and sweet. That tastes so clean. Zero fishiness, tiny hint of brininess. That's delicious. Abalone. Snappy, sweet. Kankan abalone tastes very similar. And of course, Jeju Island is known for their abalone. And these are all fished out of the ocean by the women divers of Jeju. Octopus is cooked. Oh, that's so good. This is the sea pineapple. I just tried this a few days ago for the first time. And this is the peel. So this is the outside of the sea cucumber. And they give you this because you're supposed to eat the inside and then you just chew the outside just for the flavor and then spit it back out. I tried this once before, didn't really love it. I mean, the texture's not bad. Very soft, a little gooey, kind of like eating a snappy ghost. And it's very, very briny with a bit of bitterness. I think the last time I had this, there was way more bitterness. Let me try to chew on this skin here. Oh my God. I chew on a bark. I guess you're trying to get some of the brininess and bitterness out of the skin. This is definitely an acquired taste, like buttermelonness. Some people love this. Me, not so much. Next up, flounder sashimi. And what you can do is make a sam out of all this. Add a little gochujang to it, put it onto your veg. Add a little bit of their homemade soybean sauce with garlic and chilies. Wrap this up. That's freaking amazing. The fish tenderness is off the charts. Zero brininess, just pure, sweet, tender, flaky meat. I think this is the first time I ever put like a sashimi in a sam before. That's a great way to eat this fish. And on top, you see the different colored fish. This here is from the fin. And that same sweetness, way different texture. That texture is almost like an abalone, very snappy. Either way, so sweet. Finally, this local shrimp. Dunk in a little soy sauce and wasabi. And the meat comes right out. It's very reminiscent of a sweet shrimp. This thing is just a pure combination of sweetness and tenderness. Again, everything just tastes like it just came out of the ocean about 30 minutes ago. And that's not that far of a stretch. My favorite, I think the flounder and the abalone. Just amazing. I mean, things that you gotta try if you ever come to Jeju. Pass by this dumpling stall, Korean dumplings, 4 different types. One is abalone, one is kimchi, one is Jeju black pork, and octopus. This is the octopus one. Wow. Oh, this is so good. This place should have a line. There's lines at other stalls. There should definitely be a line here. That octopus dumpling is amazing. Tender octopus, the whole thing has so much great savory flavor. This is the Jeju black pork. Oh, this is so good too. First of all, look at the filling to wrapper ratio. Really juicy, porky filling with chives. The outside wrapper extremely thin. It's barely even there. You're basically getting a whole bite of filling, and it's so delicious. A little bit of sweetness, tons of porky, fatty umami. Try this. This is the abalone. Oh, that's good too. There's abalone stuffed inside a pork filling with a little bit of veg. There's so much depth of flavor in there. Kimchi dumplings are really good too. You taste all that great fermented flavor from the kimchi. There's pork in here as well. Look at that awesomely thin wrapper. I think the octopus one is my favorite. Oh, they're all good. If you ever come to this market, definitely check that place out. So this place serves buns with all sorts of fillings. This one's stuffed pork and octopus. No wonder there's always a huge line over here. This is freaking awesome. On the outside, it tastes like a giant stuffed takoyaki. The bread's got great texture, nice chew. I love the bonito flakes on the outside. And inside, just melty pork and delicate octopus. This is so good. Wow. I'm glad I got 4 of these. Next one, spicy Jeju pork. Look at this thing. This thing looks like it was just dropped in a volcano. Oh yeah, it's like burning hot lava everywhere in this bun. Gochujang outside, there's gochujang inside. All that pork is just soaked in gochujang. Delicious, but really spicy. Oh, this is really interesting. Cream cheese lobster with a slice of lemon on top. Oh wow, it's just so good. The pastry is wonderfully toasty on the outside, chewy and pillowy. Inside is just juicy, sweet lobster with creamy, rich cream cheese. It's like a giant toasty bao. It's one of the greatest things. Finally, garlic pork. Juicy, delicious pork. Again, stuffed till this bun is at its limit. It's garlicky, it's got onions in there for extra crunch, crunchy garlics on top as well. It's such an amazing place. Every single bun, mind-blowing delicious. And made with Jeju pork, so it's not gonna be overly greasy. That's the characteristic of Jeju pork. It's the type of pork that you can eat a lot and not feel like you ate a ton of pork. Of course, oranges are super popular here in Jeju. These caramelized fruits that I've been eating since I was a kid in China, also popping up everywhere in South Korea. So a tanghulu with Jeju orange should be epic. Oh, this is so good. Sweet, tangy, with a crunchy candy shell and a burst of citrusy juice. Every time I eat this, it's like a bite of nostalgia. Next, heading to Seoul, and the famous Myeongdong Night Market is where the streets come alive with the smell of sizzling street food and the buzz of city life. This market is a mecca for food lovers, offering everything from Korean fried chicken to giant strawberry mochi. Myeongdong is very fast-paced and packed, but that's just part of the charm. This is street food culture at its finest.
This woman is roasting ginkgo nuts, which is really interesting because I remember seeing these in college in the original form. They would fall from a tree that we call poop tree because it would stink so bad. I never had these nuts before. I'm always curious what they taste like.
It's almost like a little grape. It tastes kind of like corn, like a massive corn kernel. It's a little bitter, doesn't smell like poop anymore. I don't know how I feel about these. And they taste so good, but I don't think I can eat too much of them.
This is kind of like those stalls you see in Taiwan where they cook the steaks in blowtorches, but here they saute in some kind of sauce over bean sprouts.
Oh, 감사합니다. That's awesome. Oh, the bean sprouts are a great idea. Nice crunch with the tenderness of the beef. There's some pepper on top, a little bit of herbs. It's almost like a pepper-crusted mini steak. I mean, it wasn't cheap, about $6. The ginkgo nuts was 5,000 won, $5 for all those nuts. I would definitely spend an extra buck and get this. But this thing is a freshly made mochi. And what's inside of this interesting looking little character here is a fresh strawberry. That's crazy. Well, look at this. All right, this is adorable. It's like a bunny, like an upset bunny. Here it is, here's the mochi. Take a look. It's shaped, of course, like the strawberry. You can see the little strawberry sticking out here. Sorry, sticking all over my mouth. That's good. Oh, that's really nice strawberry. Nice and fresh. The mochi, I think, has red bean inside. So that just sticks all around your mouth. Wow, this is really fresh. I never had a fresh fruit instead of mochi before, but this thing, wow, this is awesome. Because the mochi is really sweet, the texture is very sticky. So the strawberry inside gives a nice juice, a nice crunch. That's really good. Only $2.50. I think it's worth it. These are spicy gobi meatballs. I mean, they're heavy. Wow, this thing is really heavy. I'm surprised the stick can support this thing. That's spicy. Whoa, you definitely need more of this white sauce. That thing, oh man. This thing just jumped off the stick and roundhoused me in the face. I didn't think this was that good when I took the first bite. But the more you chew it, the more this flavor comes out and the spiciness of this thing comes out. That is really spicy. I don't think most people can really take this. I mean, I can take it, I like it, but I can tell for most people, this is a little too much. Also, I was kind of expecting something that was all meat. It's not. It's mixed with rice cakes. That's why the texture is so chewy. Wow, I'm about to breathe fire right now. I'll show you guys what's on the inside. There's pork, and you can see the chili peppers on the inside. I don't think these are simple jalapenos. These are really spicy peppers. I'm always able to find some sort of cheese products in these night markets, and this is grilled halloumi cheese with rice cakes and condensed milk. It's like I'm eating fried cheese with rice cakes with condensed milk on top. Now I know this is really bad for me. Wow. Tastes really good. The cheese is salty with a crispy shell. Mixes really well with the sweet condensed milk. Oh my God, I guarantee you, this is so bad for you. I can feel this thing sitting in my stomach and taking up residency probably for the next 10 years. But I can't put it down, it's so delicious.
This is one of the most famous tea shops in Seoul. Green tea shops. Everything is about green tea. I'm gonna go buy some gifts for friends and then buy some tea for myself. This is a green tea cheese tiramisu. It is made from cloud and it might fly away if I don't keep it down. That thing is amazing.
This is cold drip tea. I've heard of cold drip coffee, never cold drip tea, but this thing is awesome. It's like drinking holy tea elixir. It's probably one of the most refreshing, tasty teas I've ever had. Like just a small sip. That awesome green tea flavor just goes everywhere. I've been eyeing this baby since I walked into this area. I gotta have one. It looks like a pizza bowl kind of thing. It has a whole egg on top and a pastry on the bottom. And this thing is hefty. It's very dense. It's not light. If I throw this and hit someone, it's gonna cause some injuries. It smells like a sweet cake on the bottom, and the egg on top smells like it has a sugar glaze on it. It kind of looks like Humpty Dumpty. Now we know what happened after he fell off the wall. Oh, it's good. So this bottom, it's like a little sweet cake. This egg on top has a sugar glaze on it, so it's a little sweet, but the egg itself is a bit salty. So when you take a bite, sweet on top, sweet on bottom, a little salty in the middle. And this egg is cooked to the point where the middle is so tender, but the top has a little charred skin. I really love the yolk. This yolk has some texture to it. It's really awesome. It's kind of like eating a very flavorful, perfectly cooked fried egg on top of cornbread. Wow, this is awesome. This is definitely a must try if you ever come here. This might be one of the best things I got tonight. Salty egg yolk. I love salty egg yolk. This next market is uniquely special. The Tongin Traditional Market is tucked away from the city's more touristy spots, and here you grab an old school lunch tray and a handful of traditional brass coins. Then wander through the market exchanging them for small bites from each vendor. It's a nostalgic nod to the way people used to shop and eat. Now normally 10 tokens is more than enough to fill up this lunch box, but it's me, come on, I want to try everything. So, you know, I got a little more, like 40. This tteokbokki stall has been around since 1956. It's even certified by the Korean government. This is the original grandmother. For 2 coins, I'm gonna try the spicy tteokbokki, and I'm really in the mood for some fried chicken and some blood sausages. Round 1, for my 10 coins, I got pretty much a full plate of food. First thing I want to try are these rice cakes. This is from the really famous stall. It's been around for over 60 years. That's awesome. The rice cake has really nice chewy texture, and oh my goodness, is it spicy. I feel like it just punched me in the throat. Only thing better is if they just poured cheese all over this. I can't stop eating it. I might have to go back for seconds. Next, try a piece of this fried chicken. That was surprisingly good because I saw that the chicken has been sitting there for a while. Also, after I bought it, I walked around for a long time. Still retains a nice crunch. That's delicious. I really want some blood sausage. Plus, this was just simmering in a huge pot, looking all beautiful. I mean, how can you resist that? I'm not an expert on what a good blood sausage should taste like. The sauce here is insane. It's so spicy. Also, she cut fresh herbs on this, and that gives the sausage a really nice, natural, herby flavor. This is delicious. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I'm guessing, if I had to guess, this is sesame leaves wrapped around something and then deep fried. Only one way to find out. It's sesame leaves. There's some sort of flavored dough on the inside, and it's really delicious. I love the flavor of sesame leaves in this filling. It tastes like dough. It also tastes a little like potatoes. Chase that with a piece of chicken. That's how you make fireworks in your mouth. All right, round number 2. I give them tokens and they give me delicious food. This is like the best arcade ever. Korean dumplings. Actually I love this rice drink, yeah. Got a grilled octopus, and this will cost me 3 tokens. Oh, thank you. Round 2, little rice drink, kimchi noodle soup, grilled octopus, and some dumplings. I need to act fast on this octopus before it dies on me. Okay. 2 types of dumpling here. One I think is with chives, and the other with kimchi. Let's try the chive dumpling. There's no meat inside. There's just eggs, glass noodles, and chives. This is the kimchi one. Again, no meat. Next up is some kind of rice noodles and a kimchi soup. All right, the noodles been soaked in the soup a little too long. That's probably my fault. I was walking around with this for a long time. What I also like about that one was that it got a nice crunch from the kimchi. So for future reference, if you guys get this, eat it right away. All right, round 3. Not that I trust John's taste in Korean food, but we'll see. Round 3, I got some japchae. Had to go back for some tteokbokki, but this time from a different place. And I got some kimbap. All right, let's try John Kerry's tteokbokki. Really good, really spicy. I feel like the texture is better than the first place. Maybe that's because this thing just came out of the wok. Oh, this is really good. Flavor-wise, I think the first place wins out. This is the kimbap, and there's some kind of sauce at the bottom of this. That kimbap is excellent. Nice and refreshing. The veggies are so crunchy and sweet. If I had some rice, I think it might be a little better. All right, guys, I think I'm done. I managed to go through 3 rolls of these tokens, and I've tried just about every item down at the food arcade. So I think I'm gonna keep these for next time. And believe me, there will be a next time. I think for future reference, 1 roll of tokens if you're hungry, 2 rolls of tokens if you're really hungry, and 3 rolls of tokens if you want to look like me afterwards. Majang Meat Market in Seoul is a paradise for meat lovers and one of the largest wholesale meat markets in South Korea. This place is all about top quality cuts of beef and pork, and the best part, you can have your meat fresh from the vendors and have it cooked for you on the spot at nearby restaurants. Welcome to the meat market. Let's go check it out. This place, this is a really local place. You can come here, you can buy the meats for your household. I mean, this is as fresh as you can get.
이건 저희 가게에만 있는 거예요. 이건 설원 등심이라고.
This is by far the coolest Korean barbecue experience I think I've ever had in my life. Like, just being a part of that process. This reminds me of the seafood market I went to where you pick out your seafood and then you take it to a restaurant, they cook it for you. But this is like that, except for it's steak. These will go into a soup, so the restaurant will put these into a soup, and then everything is just going on the grill. And it's charcoal grill, so you already got that great smoke. Oh, it smells good. I've ate plenty of Korean barbecues in my life. This is by far the most exciting time for me. I mean, all the different cuts of meat, all the beef, you see this, right? Crazy quality hanwoo. It's marbled, it's tons of fat. Look how pretty the pattern is. This is gonna be way cheaper than if you go to a restaurant and you ask for this kind of quality meat. It's gonna be way cheaper because you're buying it directly from the source. You can see the marbling just coursing through the meat. Hanwoo is probably my favorite steak outside of Wagyu. Usually it's got about 40% fat to 60% lean. Wagyu is about 60% fat to 40% lean, or 50-50. So you're gonna taste a better beef flavor from the hanwoo. It's gonna be a little less tender, a little less juicy because there's just not as much fat content as the Wagyu, but you get a little, you give a little. And all you need to eat this with, a little bit of salt. All you need. Oh, man. Juice just bursts out from that meat. And it is less melty and buttery than a Wagyu, but it mixes it up with that great, huge beefy flavor. And this is the beef stew. The meat is good, obviously, but the stew, there's some mushrooms in here, a little cucumber, tofu, potatoes. This might be one of the best beef stews you will ever have. This is the tail chuck flap, and it's part of the cow that's kind of like right beside its neck. And this is one of the most tender cuts of beef. And what's great about Hangul, and the same thing with Wagyu, it's okay to kind of char it up a little bit because there's so much fat content. It's never gonna be dry. Unless you completely burn it, it's never gonna be dry. Charcoal grill makes so much difference. That bite, it's just one of the juiciest bites of beef you can ever take. Brisket, one of my favorite cuts of meat. Ah, perfect. It's so thin and fatty. The meat that we bought, it just renders so perfectly on your tongue. And as you chew, the fat renders a little bit more and more, and that bite becomes slightly beefier and more buttery. Oh, that was like a beef juice grenade. The flavor is almost too much. Dry aged 21-day tenderloin. You can smell the age, the wisdom, the deliciousness. As happy as I already was tonight, I didn't think anything else could make me happier until I took a bite of this. It's not the juiciest bite I've taken. It's not the most tender bite I've taken tonight. But that aged tenderness with that slight funk makes this one of the most delicious bites that ever sat on this barbecue in front of me. I feel like you need a good combination of fatty beef and lean beef, because with the lean, you get so much more of that great beef flavor with that wonderful char and that slight snappiness where you bite into it and the juice just start flowing out. This thing is like the Mariano Rivera of beef, the perfect closer. Gwangjang Market is one of Seoul's most iconic food destinations. This market is famous for its vibrant atmosphere and mouth-watering street food. The star here is definitely the crispy mumbing pancakes, fried right in front of you. The market is a perfect blend of the old and new, where traditional recipes live on, served up in a fast-paced, no-nonsense style. If you want to experience the true grit and flavor of Korean street food, Gwangjang is where it all comes together.
Gwangjang Market is one of the oldest, one of the largest traditional markets in Korea. And this place is known for drugs kimbap. Drug kimbap. Oh my, this place is so easy to get lost. You can find literally anything you want here. Fabrics, clothing, electronics, produce. Pretty sure if you want a Korean genie in a lamp, you could probably find it here. So you can see this place is just a tad busy on the weekends. This is also the market with the most food. Besides the drug kimbap, which, let me show you, it's right here. These are all freshly made, freshly wrapped every single day. You can sit at any one of these stalls and they just got tons of stuff. People will come for the kimbap, pig trotters. Also, there's a whole section of hand-cut noodles and dumplings. That's delicious. So if you want to find one of these stalls where they're kind of wrapping it right away, that's what you want to eat. Honestly, most of these kimbap places are gonna be pretty similar, so I just look for ones that are making it fresh. And they call this drug
kimbap because it's so freaking addictive. And it's something really simple. It's just seaweed wrapped around carrots, radish, a little sesame seed. They give you a little wasabi sauce to dip it in. I personally think it's the combination of the crispy veggies and the fragrant sesame and that delicious seaweed wrap. It's just such a simple combination. I mean, just like potato chips. It's so simple, but the combination is just incredibly irresistible. You just want to keep putting this stuff in your mouth. I want to give it a little dip in the spicy chili sauce. Now let's chase it with a sweet rice drink. You gotta ask for some fish cake soup. These are free. You can drink as much as you want. Oh yeah. Hand-cut noodles and dumplings, one of my favorite things to eat in this market. This place and Namdaemun, they are both specialized in freshly hand-cut noodles. Delicious. So for about $4, you get assortments of dumplings, pork and chive, and kimchi. Freshly hand-cut noodles, just made. And all these stands, they make all their noodles fresh right in front of you. And one way you can tell when noodles are freshly made and made by hand is how uneven it is between the strands. Her broth is extremely smooth, rich, very meaty. A+ on the noodles, stringy with a great mouthfeel. This is one of the better knife-cut noodles I've had in Korea. Eating this dish, one thing I dread is the soggy noodles. Won't really have a problem with that here. Oh, that's good kimchi too. Really sharp little vinegary flavor, which I appreciate when I'm eating something so meaty and rich. The thing with this broth is it doesn't look like it's all that flavorful, right? It looks like a chicken noodle soup broth. Kimchi dumpling is one of my favorite type of dumplings here in South Korea. And usually what they do with their dumplings is it's a lot of filling with a very thin skin. Also, I kind of like how they fold it into like a bundle of joy, like something a stork will be delivering. But in this case, it's a bundle of meat and kimchi, and it's being delivered to my mouth. Definitely an A on the dumplings. I hate it when I'm eating kimchi dumplings, and sometimes this happens, where you're getting too much kimchi, not enough meat. Not the case here. Good balance of both. The chive and pork dumpling is great too, but definitely kimchi. Just know that whenever something has kimchi in there, it's gonna taste better, especially the kimchi at this stall. And these are noodles that you have to kind of eat it with something. Either it's kimchi or the dumplings. If you just eat the noodle on its own, and there's no knock on the noodles, they're delicious, but the rich soup and the thick noodles is like too much of a good thing. You need a little acid to keep things interesting. Also, what I like are the little chunks of potatoes inside this broth. And that's part of the reason why this broth tastes rich and a little creamy, is because of the potato element. Very deserving of the Netflix feature.
Flashback.
Maya, gimbap? She seems really nice. I'm gonna eat some gimbap from her.
먹어봐야지. 마약 김밥을 먹어봐야지.
Huh?
어디서 오셨어요?
I'll take some gimbap.
어디서 오셨어요?
Different?
네, 맛있어요.
It's a little bit of wasabi sauce. Oh, they're sort of right to call this a drug because I'm sitting here and just keep shoving these things in my mouth. And I don't feel too bad about it because it's not like I'm popping Doritos or chicken nuggets. Every bite, you get that beautiful crunch from the carrots and the pickled veggies. And I think the addictive quality has a lot to do with not only the crunch, but also the sesame element to this. It's almost like a sesame trifecta. I bet you guys can't have just one. So you've been warned, if you eat this, prepare to be addicted. This is something a lot of stalls here are selling, mung-bean pancakes. What's really interesting is that some of the stalls, they grind their own beans. This looks like
It looks like an egg foo young. These are thick. Holy cow. My God, they're dense and heavy. I mean, I'm working on my biceps right now eating this. Pancakes are crispy on the outside. Oh, bean sprouts. A lot of bean sprouts on the inside. And you give it a little dip. We're gonna grab a pickled onion and put it on top. That is surprisingly delightful. And I'll be honest with you guys, it didn't look delightful. It looked like something that was just so greasy and heavy. And by no means is it not greasy and heavy, because yeah, it is. It's also got a subtle, nice flavor. And you're gonna have to rely on your onions a lot if you wanna make it through this pancake. The onions are pickled in a lot of vinegar. So this is very, very, very vinegary. The vinegar is gonna help you a lot. On its own, the pancake doesn't have a lot of flavor. Like I said, it's very subtle flavor. It's more like it has a strong bean sprouts flavor. And that makes sense because it's made with beans with a bunch of bean sprouts on the inside.
Namdaemun Market is Seoul's oldest and largest traditional market where you can find just about anything. This place is a street food haven with endless stalls serving up Korean favorites like crispy hotdog, steaming bowls of kalguksu, and freshly grilled fish. The market is chaotic, it's crowded, you smell food cooking from every corner, but that's what makes it special.
I wanted to show you guys probably my favorite traditional market in Seoul. This is Namdaemun. This is where I usually stay when I grab a hotel, because this market has some of my favorite foods in the city, including this place. And you get all sorts of variety, from fried to steamed to boiled, all different types of ingredients in here as well. There's also a lot of food stands with tteokbokki, fish cakes, all sorts of skewers, fried dumplings. And if you're here, you have to visit Jagalchi Alley. Jagalchi is hairtail fish. It's one of my favorite fish in the world. And this is the first thing I ate when I came to Seoul this time around, if you're watching on the vlog channel, but never miss out and coming to Jagalchi Alley. This is the best place for this fish. And when you walk here, almost every single restaurant, they serve the same fish. And the most popular is this place. Hasn't opened yet, laying out the door. But luckily, while I'm waiting, I have dumplings. Again, missing a little hot oil and vinegar, but the reason I love these dumplings, they're so stuffed. There's so much ingredients they try to cram inside. Kimchi one's my favorite. Oh, does it look like? Kimchi ones have the most flavor. It's spicy, and the dough is so soft and it sucks up all that spicy juice and oils. That was definitely helpful. So you get a big fish and you get a little fish. This is the prize, the Jagalchi Jeonju, soaked in this bright red chili sauce. It's a couple of fillets of hairtail fish, the radishes. Might even be better than the fish because they do so well in soaking up all those chilies and spices and sauce. But the fish is really fun to eat. It's a couple of lines of bones here, and of course in the middle. So you can scrape the meat off the top. Put it on a little rice. Probably my favorite thing to eat in all the markets in Seoul is this dish. The flavor is just incredible. It's so spicy. It's just the right amount of heat without covering up any of that delicious fish flavor, which is so clean and meaty. And that's why this has always been one of my favorite fish to eat growing up, because it's not all that messy. You know where the bones are, and you know where the meat is. And there's little bits of veggies inside the shrimp. Again, all this does is soak up that amazing spicy sauce. And do not waste any of this. Put that on your rice and indulge. Oh, so good. The best part, besides the fish, is this radish. This is also mine. Ha 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 ha. Oh my God.
No matter how many times I've had this dish, my first bite of this jeonju, especially that radish, you can find my mind back in Seattle. That's how far it's blown. It's just so incredibly juicy and spicy and rich. Steamed eggs are awesome too. It's not just a typical steamed egg, little scallions in there as well. And what I like to do, steamed egg, meat the jeonju, a little bit of rice. This stew, the sauce in here, is the all-encompassing cure to bad tasting food. Even if you're not a fan of fish, I implore you to come here and try this. This fish really does not have any bad fishy flavor. Incredibly clean, flaky, and meaty. You have to get the roasted one as well, so you can really taste the great flavor of this fish. Like I said, all you gotta do, slip your chopsticks in, and the meat just comes falling off, ever so tender. This is how my grandma used to make this fish when I was young. Slightly roasted skin with that juicy, tender flakes of flesh. If you never had this fish before, trust me, it's unlike any other fish you've ever had before. What we used to do as a kid, you just pick it up and eat it like a rib. All you gotta do is watch out for the bones on either side. Get rid of that. Now you're ready to go. Only thing left is this bone in the middle. Today's my last full day in South Korea. So glad I get to eat this one last time. Also, I got a mackerel just because. Fell in love with eating mackerel when I was in Jeju. I love how they roast the fish. Really simple. A little salt, skin becomes irresistibly subtly toasty. And there's different ways to eat this. Take a seaweed, add in some fish, a little kimchi, bit of the jeonju, wrap it up.
Oh, it feels so good. Nothing like a runny nose-inducing spicy meal. There's only one more thing I want in this market. It's one of my favorite sweets, one of my favorite food items here in Seoul. And I've been saving this till the end of my video because you gotta save the best for last. And this thing is the best. You cannot leave Namdaemun without getting the famous hot dog, which most people consider the best in Seoul. And it's this stall right here. You see the crazy line. If you don't know, hot dog is basically like a Korean fried donut that could be savory or sweet.
아니 뭐식 오빠? 부장 오빠. 배달 오빠. 미안하. 약간.
Had to get two, of course. One is the veggie and one is the sweet. This is my favorite, but this is also really, really good. Whoa. So hot. Oh, so yummy. Ooh. The veggie one is stuffed with vermicelli noodles, some carrots, chives, and they're brushed over a little soy sauce, little citrus, little chilies. What's really amazing about this is the amazing crunchy exterior. And that's what sets them apart. A lot of hot dog places you go to, the outside is kind of soggy as well, and the inside is gooey, but this is not at all. I mean, this thing, crispy on the outside, and this is my favorite one. If there was a level beyond delicious, like uber delicious, this will sit at the top of that. Oh my God. Like I said, it's like a stuffed, crispy donut. And the sweet one is stuffed with sugar and sesame. Crispy, flaky outside with just a great, chewy, doughy interior. Again, must get if you're ever in Namdaemun. Well, my last day here in Seoul. Really happy to have gotten to try all the things I loved, all my favorite food items in the traditional markets. This trip from Seoul to Jeonju to exploring new neighborhoods, trying foods I never had before. Hope it's not gonna take another year and a half for me to come back to South Korea. As always, guys, all the places I went to, listed down below for you. Thank you all so much for watching. Signing off from Seoul, and until we eat again, see you later.